So, okay, good morning and welcome to our discussion segment of Good Morning, Anambra. How are you? Glad to know that you've joined us. Welcome. Well, my name is Ijoma Uche, and this morning we're going to look at a very nagging problem that we have started talking about over years. And for now, we're going to see if that we can give it a better bite to ensure that at least we'll arrive at something that will change the society for the better. Okay, the topic is the menace of indecent dressing in the society. Sure, you must have heard this over and over again. I have some people that should know that have joined me this morning to address the issue. The first person is Professor Lois Onyali. Professor Lois Onyali is the chairperson, UNIZIC Dress Code Committee. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Presenter. Good morning, viewers.
Okay, I also have Dr. Chinyere Isimone. She is the vice chairperson, UNIZIC Dress Code Committee. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you.
The last person is Comrade Bonnie Ozo Mkwako. Comrade Bonnie is the Secretary, UNIZIC Dress Code Committee. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Presenter. Welcome.
Okay, I know you are still a whole lot of things that I know, but then for the purpose of this discussion, let's tag ourselves here. Yes, you heard by intro that over years, we started having issues on how we appear, both male and female. Not just because they are from schools now, you think we are just basing our discussion in schools. No, it's everywhere. The dress habits of our people generally, men, women, young people, and a whole lot of people in the society. So that's why we'll say, let's look at this, but for purpose of this discussion, we might target to schools because these ones are coming from the schools. So let them tell us exactly what they have done to checkmate indecent dressing in schools. I'm starting with you, Professor Onyali. How did you even conceive this idea of, trying to talk about or to map a strategy to curb indecent dressing in school?
Thank you very much. We thank God for today. And for this question you asked me now, we say thank you to our Vice Chancellor. There is a Vice Chancellor that constituted this committee, Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimane, FAS. He constituted this committee and gave us the power. He enabled us to go around and see what we will do, because the effect of indecent dressing was so much in the school, incident rape, incident everything. See, our students forgot their culture, forgot their morality. So because of that, he now constituted this committee and gave us the power to face our students and know how to curb this. And we have done a lot in the university.
Okay.
Firstly, we started by sensitizing the whole students. We went to churches, all the churches in the campus. We went to them, we talked to our students, we went to faculties, we went to their departments, we talked about it. Above all, we mounted our billboards, where we have what we call decent dressing and indecent dressing.
Okay.
Let me stop here.
Yeah, stop there so that we can get the background of what we are doing there. But in Kwako, please, could you tell us, when you say that somebody dressed indecently, what exactly does it mean?
Well, at this stage of somebody's life, an adult, you know what is decent and you know what is indecent. Sometimes you don't need to be, pursued here and there. But for the purpose of what our committee, what we are doing, Some of these students are often cancelled. Some of them are often reprimanded, mildly, in a gentle way. Sometimes the manner of approach matters a lot in some of these things we do. So we call the students, or even staff, because our mandate also extends beyond students. It's, the name of the committee is the Dress Code Committee for Students, Staff, and Management. So staff also, some staff also dress indecently. So, but the manner of approach, like I told you, matters a lot. For you to get what you want, when you talk to somebody, you give him or her some words of counseling. Some of them was even feigning ignorant that in our homes, their parents don't tell them some of these things, that they don't know that what they are wearing is provocative or that it is indecent. Now you tell him, young man or young lady, this is how to do it, please don't do this next time. And about 80% of them heed to this advice, not to dress decently. And they carry this message, not all the students live on campus, some also live outside the campus. So they carry this message even to their house of residence or their, their hostels outside the campus, and even to their homes during holidays, and tell their parents, look at what have been inculcated in me while on campus, that I used to think that certain type of dressing was good, but now a certain committee has made me to know that what I'm doing is not good, and I've decided to change.
Oh, beautiful. Well, now, Dr. Simone, I'll give you the same question. When you say that somebody dressed indecently, and then I just got to know that some people are staying off campus. Is this just for people that are staying within the campus? And then, if not, how do you coordinate all the students in your school?
Okay, thank you for the question. The actual truth is that it is meant for everybody. Females, particularly, even males. You see many of them dressing in this. It has nothing to do with those who are on campus alone. Everybody that is a member of the university community is involved in this matter. Those living off campus, those who are in the hostel, they are all involved. So it's not specifically for whoever is on campus and those who are not for. No. As long as you have something to do with the university, they come to school, they come to classes, they come to offices, we face them. It all had to do with everybody. And indecent in the sense that, you see some ladies, they dress up to show their breasts. Some even dress to show their bra. Some don't even come to school with any bra. You see some ladies don't even wear pants and come to school. How wouldn't you know? How will you not know? How do I know? They wear transparent clothes. Yes, because they felt that university is a world of its own. The parents are not there to look at them, to checkmate them. And so it's just their choice. After all, they are adults who came to school to study. And so every other thing, mahadum, meaning know it all. So they also want to, dive into knowing the uncalled for knowledge, so to say. So, and we go after these things, telling them not because we hated them, it's for their own good. I was brought up by my grandfather, who made me understand that for a decent woman, you need to cover your nakedness. Biblically, it is a standard. Morally, it is a standard. And we grew up with that, and we saw the benefit of it. One of those days I was discussing with my husband, when I would see some ladies, they even wear, they call it bomb short or whatever. The blouses end here, and so part of their stomach is being seen. Thank you. Yes,
they wear that to classes.
They do. They do. You see them on campus. Some with different colors of hairstyle. You begin to wonder, they're in a clubhouse or they're in the university to study. And some tattered trousers in the name of, if you understand, where the end thing. You see some guys with big necklaces, and even their trousers, they try to sag the thing, where in my classroom, when I see them, I'll say, come, let me remove the trousers so that we'll see what is inside. Hence, you want us to see it. There's no point pretending about it. Let's remove it. So these are the things we fight. Exactly. Yes, it is part of it.
Indecent dressing.
Yes, for a man to wear this big, gigantic...
What of those that are putting on earrings?
The
and
earrings.
Placing their hairs, the guys among them.
You are free. No, the guys. You can't plait hair as a guy. This is not US. This is Nigeria, where we are decent. Doesn't
No, I mean, do you still see something like that in the campus?
No, it's no longer happening now.
What of those wearing braids? The boys wearing braids? Yes.
You can't see it anymore now on campus.
Really?
Yes.
Beautiful.
We have pursued all those things out.
Okay, Professor, let me come to you. Yeah. That's something that Menace said, that you come to the university and you want to explore. You are an adult, you want to live your life. Have you encountered anybody that talked about you infringing in his or her rights of dressing any way he or she wants to appear?
Okay, thank you very much. Of course we do. But we let our students know that the degree we offer in the university is for both character and learning. It's not just a certificate, a paper. Character and learning is what we will take and enter into the society. So at times some will say we are adults, this is a university, give us our freedom, you are infringing on our freedom. But the manner of approach helps us here. The way we approach them, the way we talk to them to make them see reasons. Why can you dress provocatively? You reveal your body. You know, the way you talk to them, many of them will turn back to say thank you. Nobody told me this before. I never knew this thing I'm putting on is wrong. So you just tell them. That's why if you dress decently, that is either, you give examples now. If you're now approaching, you are going to, for your interview, will you dress like this?
Dress this way?
They will say no. Then I will say, why? Because I want to get the job. You see? Because when you dress decently, people will give you respect. Because you are addressed the way you dress. So we meet such people. But as I told you, our manner of approach, we don't enforce. We talk to them. We talk reason into them. But even when you do that, some will say, don't talk. I will say, if you don't dress like that, the University Senate came up with some sanctions.
I was coming to that, but I wanted to give Mkwako the question. Do you have a kind of panel whereby the deviants are taken to, because somebody could just take it up on you guys that you are infringing my rights? Do you have panel where they go to and then they'll be straightened that this is where it's supposed to be, is either this or that, you leave, or it's either you leave and leave this way or you go? Do you have anything like that?
Yes, just like I said, it starts with counseling first. And some students will be referred to the committee for proper counseling. It's not something that you stand up to do. Maybe when you are consistently found to be, dressing decently, you'll be referred to this committee so that we will know actually what's your problem. Then the Senate, we don't work in isolation. And recently, the proposal put forward by this committee has been approved by University Senate with some amendments. And it is in that proposal that has been amended, it's now approved, it's now part of what the do's and don'ts in the university. That's where you see some penalties when this thing has gone to extreme cases. You don't just rush to impose sanctions.
Have you had any of the extreme cases?
Well, we are still handling it at the committee level, but the decision of the Senate will take effect from January 2024. That is when a particular case, or no, that is when if you have the sanctions has been approved. If you do this, look at the sanction. If you do this, the sanction. So people need time to digest the rule, so that you will not say that it was because nobody told you about the rule. That was why you violated it. But now we are still handling it at the counseling level. Do this, don't do that. the punishment aspect of it will start to be enforced from January 2024.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask you if anybody has been punished concerning this. Okay, Dr. Simone, how do you start with this? Because it's supposed to be an orientation thing, like you are taking in new intakes very soon. Do you talk to them? Is it does it form part of the orientation as you are coming to this school? This is the way we live.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll do that from the onset. But the problem we have is they call for orientation. And you know, children, let me use that word. Many are seated listening. Some form their own camp where they are just doing their discussions. Whatever we are saying there, they are not even hearing. So, but if it is part of the orientation, yes, it is. Where we come, dress code, have a time they come to sensitize the new students. And this is the dresses you are not expected to wear on campus, even though you are here. I know it's unfortunate that many of these dresses, their parents are not aware that their children are wearing those provocative clothes. And many of them is because of peer pressure. My friend is doing it. And what is wrong with it? If the parents are saying nothing wrong with it, why should my parents say something wrong with it? But there's a whole lot of things wrong with it. So in the retention camp, we talk to them about it.
Okay. And then I know in some schools, that's this dress code for different faculties. Do you have anything like that in UNICEF?
Sure, we have.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell me about
Every
it.
department, like my department is music, we have a dress code that they wear on Mondays and Wednesdays. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, they can wear anything they want.
Okay.
Yes, and there's, I think in Agolo, they wear it from Monday to Friday. Law faculty has
pharmacy.
theirs. Yes.
Okay.
Every faculty department have a dress code.
Okay, law, we know, is black
Faculty
and white.
of Arts
Monday
is made
to
up
Friday.
of 10 departments. Each of these departments have their dress code.
Really?
Yes.
Is it like that in education too?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, my department, educational management and policy. We have.
What do they wear?
They wear black trousers, not jean this time. Black trouser
Skirts.
with milk top, shirt.
Really?
Yes. Because I said educational management and policy. We start from the scratch to teach them about being a manager. Managers dress corporately. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, we see that they dress corporately, just like becoming potential managers. So every Mondays and Wednesdays, they dress like that. And every department in that faculty, they have their own too.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I never knew you existed
Yeah.
in UNIZIC. Okay, other days like Tuesdays, Thursday, Friday.
That's
you
free.
They wear something
casual,
decent.
free.
Yeah.
but it must be
But then
decent.
it must be
Exactly.
Okay, let's look at what the achievements you have recorded so far
Okay.
based on this, please.
Yeah, we have achieved a lot. In fact, when they came back initially, that is about 2 years ago, it was like hellfire. You see students that she told you, many of them will not put on pants. And they wear transparent dress, no bra, like that. It was too much for us. That was why we started going to the churches.
To beg even the...
So, in fact,
Please
even
help us.
if you come into the churches now in the campus, it's part of the program in the church.
Yes.
Both in Anglican, Catholic, Pentecostal, Deeper Life, and so on. Dress code is we have really achieved by that. Then, all the billboards that are there is a constant reminder. Telling you that you are not dressed properly. Just when looking at that person, say, okay, you see the person. The person is conscious because the billboard is there. And even our lecturers, we beg them, and now everybody is part of this dress code something. When you enter a lecture hall, somebody that is not properly dressed, yes, you pay their school fees, you're entitled to stay in the class. But because of that character,
which
send you out.
will form part
Yes.
of your degree
We send you
certificate.
out. We send you out. Go and dress properly and come and receive your lecture, which you have paid for. So we have really achieved. You should come to the class now. Everybody is conscious, even in their hairdo. Even in their hairdo.
I think it's a good thing.
And so on.
It's a good thing you have done. But
Yes.
before then, Bonnie Kwako, did you have faced any kind of challenge, perhaps that made Professor Charles Esmone to say that no, we can't continue like this? Any form of rape, anything like that, indecent dressing caused in the campus that led to formation of this panel that is taking care of it now?
Yes, it was becoming too much. It was like nobody was in charge, nobody was in control. Reported cases of rape, assault, even students trying to, sexually harass their lecturer, or lecturer trying to sexually harass students. It can be both ways. Now, the Vice Chancellor and his management team sat down and decided to constitute this committee. And so far, so good. Like the chairperson rightly said, we've really done the best we could. And in departments and the faculties, there are people who also call dress code volunteers. So the job is not just left only for these people you see, the committee members. We are just about nine of us in the committee. But deans of faculties has been directed to also constitute dress code committees in the faculties. Likewise, HODs were also directed to constitute dress code committees in departments. Then you also talk about the students' union, the students' volunteers too. Then the other staff who also volunteer. So you see dress code people everywhere. You can't escape them. Whether you are in an administrative building, whether you are in a classroom, somebody is there to talk to you. And like she said, lecturers are also empowered to excuse any student who is not properly dressed in his or her classroom, because you cannot be teaching and somebody is trying to distract you. So it's not tolerated. So we thank the Vice Chancellor for the minute fit to inaugurate this committee. And so far, so good. You can see some of the achievements has been read out by the chairperson.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Esmone, you may want to add one or two things on what you have been able to achieve so far or this, in this committee.
At least, we didn't only face the students, we also faced the lecturers. One, if we are caught sexually harassing the students, we are going in for it. But for the lecturer to be vindicated, the students also, we must prove that that one is not the one that caused the trouble. Because just like the secretary said, you see students who are also sexually harassing their lecturers. Yes, they go in to seduce them, and you can imagine where a student is not willing to learn, and then because she knows that she's failing this course, the next thing she will do is to send a text to the lecturer. Sir, I just don't want to fail that course, so I'm available. What is she trying to tell you? Anytime she's ready, bottom for ground, Abi, mark for hand. We go against that. We fight against that. So we force you to make up your mind to study. That is what you are here for. At least respect your parents. We don't say you must do this. No. The words of our mouth is enough to tell you this is what is expected of you. My faculty of arts, the students' government in the faculty felt they should now join the force to talk about this. So I'm going to talk to the whole students of the faculty on sexual harassment, extortion, and indecent dressing. Because we have come to understand that these three work hand in hand. If a student is intelligent, to be very fair, knows that this is the rules, you wouldn't want to go that direction. You came here to study, you face your studies. And if you are bent on doing your job right, no lecturer will have any right to score you less, because you know you're right. You can demand for remarking. And if the lecturer is caught that he intentionally failed you, he will face the music also. So, and if also you know what you are doing, there is no lecturer that will ask you to come, please, you are to pay so and so amount of money in order to pass. So we are dealing with three things at the same time. Sexual harassment, which comes as the result of you are not, you understand, and then extortion, because you are not paying attention. Whether we like it or not, the way we dress affects the way we study. When a lady dresses so tatterdly, the whole cloth is showing all the contours of the body. And everybody comes and says, hey, babe, you look good. There is no how you can concentrate on what you are here for. They are petting you, they are making you feel that you are important, when in actual fact, thank you. They are just making you understand that, you know, this one, where is he coming from? And you are so happy that they said, you look good. Everything the lecturer said that day, he didn't hear. And at the same time, if he's a male lecturer, you're also distracting him. Because whether we like, that's how God created women. Let's be fair here. Our body is so sensitive that even any part of my body can make a big man fall. But you see a lady, doesn't matter who she is, so to say. Let a big man, has money, has everything, be stuck naked. She will laugh at him, say, where is this one coming from? Maybe he is crazy. That is we women. We are not moved. But a man is easily shaken by any part of the woman's body. And that's why we...
It's their makeup. It's not a fault.
Exactly. It's not a fault. That's how God made it. And that's why we women were expected to help them. If you dress, there's no how I can dress decently. And a man will have the gut to come and tell me, no, you are looking good. Can we meet so and so? I will give you one dirty slap to start with. And you have a wife at home for that matter. So is she not enough for you? So we have done much. You understand that? So if our students, which in fact we have really done much, I must confess.
Thank you very much.
Because you can't see some of these things anymore like that.
That's a good one, because I went to Unizik and I know what it used to be. Okay, let's look at other challenges you're having apart from indecent dressing. Since you are here now, it's an opportunity for you to just talk on one or two things. Apart from indecent dressing, which of course is, you are checkmating seriously, are there other things that are coming from the students that pose a challenge to the institution generally?
The challenge is mainly from the staff.
Okay.
I'll come back to the students. But the staff, you know, it's not as easy as talking to students when you are talking to your fellow staff about dressing indecently. Because when you meet your fellow staff, you have a way of talking to the person. One is that you will not talk to the person in the public. You may call the person out and say, please, why not dress this way? And so on. Our students are picking this kind of dressing from you, and so on. Then for the challenges on the part of the students, our parents, the society. The society is something else. You try your best to make the students dress well, study well, and come out with their degrees. But the parents are spoiling them. The society is spoiling them. Some come from a very poor and wretched family, and they will want to go to university. When they come into the university, they cannot meet up. They join prostitution.
That's exactly where I'm going to. I wanted you to come out with this hook up something.
Yes.
Because you go out in the evening, all the streets of
them
Oka, you see
everywhere.
beautiful young women.
Even intelligent
I
ones.
don't see ugly ones. So beautiful young women, and you ask yourself, are these children not from homes? And they're all students, as a matter of course. Some of them may be non-academic students, because when we are at school, we know them, non-academic students.
Many of them are not
The ones that are in school are now registered, we call them non-academic students.
Right.
Okay, I'm sure it still exists.
Yes.
But that notwithstanding, how do you contend with this in school?
You know, we lecturers, what we do, like if I come to class, you have 1 hour, 2 hours to give your lectures. You may bring out 10, 20 minutes talking to them on morality. I believe every lecturer does that. If you fail to do that, let me tell you, there will come a time when you will no longer see students in your class. Because throughout the night, they were out. In the morning, they will attend lectures, they are sleeping. But when you have time to talk to them when they attend that lecture, at least that night, some of them may not go out.
So what do you do with the attendance? I know that the attendance in our own time has marked.
Of course, I'm coming to that.
If you don't come to school this number of times,
of course, I'm coming to that. Let me tell you, in our school, Anambra University, before you are entitled to enter the exam hall, you must have 75% attendance.
Beautiful.
75% attendance. Every lecturer keeps attendance. Yes, that one helps to checkmate them very well. So before the exam, yes, and we know you pay their school fees, but it's part of the school. You must adhere strictly to the rules and regulations. You must, if you are not up to 75% attendance, you will not take the exam. And it makes them, you see, during maybe a week or a month to the exam, nobody will miss a lecture. Because they know that they have missed about 20% before.
So they want to make it up.
They are now making it up to 75%. So that is one. Another one is that if you come to school and you just give them impromptu quiz, they will know that they will have a quiz. Oh, this particular lecturer is wicked though. Will not tell us that there will be a quiz.
But we want to keep it in
and you see about half of them will miss that quiz. And this will make them to come to school. And they start battling to meet up because they have lost something. And this time around, if they don't buckle up, they will fail that course. And failing each course will make you to stay one more year.
In the school.
In the school.
You pay for hostel.
Because no receipt again.
No receipt. Oh, really?
Like in our own time. No receipt.
You repeat.
You repeat that course.
And if you repeat for the next 3 years,
You are rusticated.
Yes, you leave. You enter overstay students, you go.
Scary.
Without certificate.
But that's good.
Yes.
To keep them on their toes.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
It's a big challenge.
We're still looking for the challenges that we're facing. Some of these are beautiful daughters in the campus. Are the people that you see in TikTok naked? Okay, you see them in so many areas, in their Facebook accounts, in their Instagram, in TikTok. You see what they do, the kind of things they say, how they dress up. Do you still have control over that? Is it part of what we are doing to checkmate them morally and otherwise?
Well, what we enforce is what we see. Sometimes we don't know what some of the students do in their private social media handle. It is when I am a friend with you on Facebook that I can assess what you actually do. But we do actually, we face the problem square. It is what we see. We talk to the students based on what we see on our campus. So if something else is happening at the home front or in the social media where the person belongs, sometimes it may be difficult for us to get that one. Now you're talking about challenge. You know, as a male member of the dress code committee, there's this challenge you may also encounter talking to a lady. Just was it on Thursday during the last ZIST lecture, I brought a complaint. In fact, the vice chairperson was just coming. I said, look at what just happened. I was talking to one student and look at the way she misbehaved and things like that. You know, thanks for the intervention of another volunteer that came and the students was able to actually understand what you are saying. And there was another incident a few days to the election, the cooperative election. A student was just came down from the bus. So she wanted to go to her hostel, which was very close to that building. But she was still inside the campus. So she was putting on a pullover, his sweater. So she removed the sweater, and what appeared was just a sleeveless thing exposing the breast. So I beckoned on her, please come. Maybe her mind already told her what I was calling her for. Immediately I could even talk. She said, I was sweating. That was why I removed this one. I said, but look at, he has, my uncle, my hostel is very close now. I am always approaching my hostel. I said, Even if you are in your hostel, you're supposed to maintain decorum wherever you are. So after about a few minutes of talk with her, well, she put on that pullover again and walked away. When she was walking away, another one appeared as if it was a plantain. I said, come. What? Look at. You're exposing every part of your body. You know what you did? Uncle, where am I exposing? No? So I don't know what you wanted to arrive at. So you didn't know where you're exposing. And that was why you just touched and said, where am I exposing? I said, please, I'm not ready for this thing. Dress decently. This is a campus. I asked her, are you aware, or maybe the Students' Union may have informed you that there's a circular? He said yes, that it was announced in one of their lectures, that there's a circular, and some of them have taken it home to say, is it not from January? I said, okay, so you even know it is January. So now you can do anything from now to January. So these are some of the challenges.
I know, but if I want to ask you about statistics of male and female that dress indecently in school, can you pin down?
Well, it's always, it's majorly on the female, It's majorly on the female.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let's advise our people. Remember, the topic is indecent dressing in the society, not just in your campus. So, Dr. Smane, let's address our people before we go.
I think our major problem is our parents. If we start at home, bring up a child the way he should go, when he grows up, he can never depart from that way. But where my children's school, we used to take the children inside the school compound and then drive out. But suddenly the school authorities stopped parents from moving their vehicles inside. Please stop outside, release these children there. Our people will come and bring them in. And I was wondering, I asked the headmistress, why? She said, you need to see the kind of dressing that parents, females, wear to bring their children to school. That some of them come to school carrying their children with their 90s. No breast.
When you're in your 90s, you don't wear your
Thank you. And then short. Doesn't even get to the knees. No wrapper even to hold themselves. Let me say they were in a hurry. So is that what they keep seeing this every now and then? And when a child is at home,
she packs, she will come down.
Thank you, and
and walk to
so
it.
it's too but they said no, they can no longer deal with that. Please stay outside with your nakedness. We will send our teachers to come and pick, and that's exactly what they're doing. So teachers, parents are not allowed inside the compound. The same way, when the children dismisses, park your car outside. And at least that time, it's expected that you should have been coming from the office. Then you dress good, and some of them still don't, because we feel that's the in thing. So our problem is the parents. If our mothers will understand who they are, and please inculcate this character, this moral lifestyle on their daughters, I think we will have less problem in our society. So I'm pleading with our parents, especially our mothers, to please help your daughters. My husband told me that no man in his right senses will want to marry, because they see them as use and dump. Whereas many of them are not like that. Some of them are virgins.
Very innocent.
But because they see their mothers dress that, even the mothers that go out of their way to buy all those short clothes, seductive clothes. So sometimes you'll be talking to them, they said, but it's my mom that bought this clothes for me. Isn't that embarrassing? That another mother will be challenging your daughter, who is saying, it was you, a mom, that did that. Meaning that something is wrong with our home system.
I know.
And our mothers should please help our daughters so that our society can be a better place to live.
Okay, thank you. We are still advising. Prof, please, a word of advice as we go.
I want to talk to mothers still. When your children come back from the university, try and check her wardrobe. Because some of them, you notice that all these things, some parents never knew that their children are like that. The children They are good at home, but because of peer group, peer pressure, they want to belong, be like others. So they change their wardrobe because their parents are always sending money. So when your children come home, please, mothers, try and check the wardrobe. Check what they put on in the school, because you are not in the school with her. Just take her by surprise, check her wardrobe. And it is from there that you know the kind of life your daughter is living in the school.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is the only daughters? What do we tell what do we tell fathers about their sons?
Well, we talk to parents, father, mother. So talk to parents. But you know, in child rearing, here in Africa, there's what a particular gender does perfectly than the other gender. And when it comes to bringing up, I'm not saying that fathers should not be bringing up children, but in our culture, I think mothers who do it better than father. That's why sometimes we always say, your mother, your mother, your mother. Nobody mentions father. It doesn't that fathers, it's not that fathers are excluded. Then I also advise parents, monitor what your children do on campus. Have time, call their lecturers, call the students' affairs unit. You have a lot of areas to get information. Visit them. I recall when I was in Students' Affairs unit, it gave me opportunity to be contacting some parents, because some of the students, they'll come, for example, now, the acceptance fee, I think it's 62,000 now. Some students will go and tell their parents that it's 100,000, and it's not good. So these are some of the things that parents should care. You have to care what happens while your children are on campus. Make contacts, have the lecturers' numbers, have the dean student affairs numbers, have other people volunteer. You can have these things. It doesn't cost you anything. But parents are too busy these days, and that is the root cause of some of the problems.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, for coming today. Sorry, once you're on my table, we're all men here. We don't have a woman behind the mic. Okay, Professor Lois Onyale, Chairperson, Unizik Dress Code Committee. Thank you very much for coming today, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, too.
Okay, and then Dr. Chinyere Esimone. This name rings bell. Does it have any connection with the VC Esimone?
That's the wife of the vice chancellor.
Oh, really? I should have known.
It's better I didn't know. So that you face her squarely.
I should have known so that I won't be firing you with too much questions.
It's good. You didn't know.
So when I come for my transcript, they will give it to me. Okay, thank you for coming. You are the chairperson, Unizik Dress Code Committee. Vice chair, sorry, Unizik. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Okay, and Comrade Bonio Zo Nkwako. Incidentally, it's my brother, my very own brother. Wow. If we don't look alike, well, it's up to you. He is the secretary, Unizik Dress Code Committee. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, my darling sister.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's how we are drawing the curtain on today's discussion. And I'm sure you would have taken something home if you came empty-handed. Your hands are full now because we brought the persons that should know, and they have really given us exactly what we wanted. And that's why we are thanking you. And thanking you, those of you that watched from home, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, the camera guys. The Good Morning Anambra team, Amaka and her people from the MCR, and then the producer, Ifiu Nachuku. Thank you very much. You're all great people. Thank you. That's why we're drawing the curtain for today. Those spots will come after now. Tomorrow morning, we'll start from where we stopped. My name is Ijoma Uche. God bless you.